What's up, you guys? Today I'm going to be breaking down the 5 steps to overcome fear. This is something that holds so many back because, in all honesty, fear is an illusion. But so many people think of all the possible worst case scenarios without even considering the possible possibilities or the positive that could come from it. And they just let fear stop them. And it's so sad. Like, we are holding ourselves back so much by fear. Like, we don't even realize until we actually step through it. And then we go through it and we're like, damn, I was holding myself back because of those thoughts, because of that. Like, really? But until you step through it, you're not going to have that perspective. So I'm going to share with you 5 steps for you to step through that fear so that you can actually become the person that you want to be, the greatest version of you. Improve on yourself consistently, build strength, build confidence, be able to approach that woman, be able to build that business, be able to introduce yourself to someone new. Whatever it is that you have fear of doing, these are the 5 steps that are going to help you overcome it. Now, it's so important that you actually stick with me on all 5 of these steps, because at the very end, I'm going to show you literally the trick that can break all of the illusion for you of fear so that you can, in real time, overcome it. Like, when you're feeling those thoughts, I'm going to share with you what you can do. So number 1, fear is just a mental construct. It's not real. It's not real at all. There's not anything physical. There's nothing that you can actually touch and see that causes the fear, or that is the fear. It's all in your own head. It's all the illusion, the imaginary evils. Now, it's not real. Your brain is trying to predict a future outcome. You're trying to say, well, if I go to speak in front of that room, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to freeze up. I'm going to stutter. I'm not going to be able to get what I want to say out. People are going to look at me weird. You're already predicting an outcome that hasn't even happened yet. Now, your mind is wired for survival, not success. So it creates fear to keep you in the comfort zone. That's all it is. It's just wanting you to be safe and stay where you're at in comfort so that you don't hurt yourself, so that you don't get yourself into a potentially life-threatening situation. That's all it is. But if you think about it, speaking in front of a room, introducing yourself to a person, starting a business, these aren't life-threatening situations. These are situations that happen every single day. But it's all in your own head. Now, most fears, public speaking, failures, the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, are based on assumptions, not facts. Like, they're not, like I said, there's nothing real about it. You're just creating this idea in your head and you're just believing in that. Like, when I first got into public speaking, it was like, oh no, I'm going to get in front of the room. There's going to be someone in the back of the room, and they're going to pull out this, a crate or a bag of tomatoes, and they're going to throw tomatoes at me while I'm in front of the room. These are the thoughts that would come to my head, that I would be shamed in front of the room. Oh, boo, that's lame. They would just talk shit. And these are the thoughts that I had. But once I actually started to see them for what they were, and actually once I stepped out and took the action, I realized, holy shit, I really thought that someone was going to do that, but I didn't know. I was never in that situation, so I just imagined that would happen. It's crazy. But it's all based on assumptions, not facts. Public speaking, fear of failure, fear of rejection, potentially introducing yourself to someone new. Like, I was fearful of introducing myself to someone new at the gym. But then, as I knew I was fearful of it, I was like, I gotta step out and do it now. So every single day I've been introducing myself to at least one person. Sometimes it'll be 2, sometimes it'll be 4 or 5. But I know I have to get that one person every single time. And it's like building a muscle. Now, number 2, expose yourself to fear gradually. Gradually. Don't go straight into it. It's gonna be too heavy. It's like lifting a weight. You go for the 70-pound curl, it's going to be way too heavy. If you haven't done a 30-pound curl, there's no chance you're going to get the 70-pound. So start gradually. Just start working. Start working towards what it is that you want. Do what you fear, and the death of fear is certain. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Do what you fear, and the death of fear is certain. Once you do it, the fear goes away. But you have to do it first, and you have to do it with that fear. That's the difference. Avoiding fear makes it stronger. Facing it weakens it. Conflict avoided is conflict multiplied. The more that you sit there and avoid it, it's going to create even more scenarios. It's going to heighten the emotion. It's going to be worse and worse. Now expose yourself to it little by little. Think of it like a muscle. Like you're just, okay, I'm feeling that fear, all right, I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, wow, that wasn't that bad. All right, I'm feeling that fear again, all right, I'm going to do it anyway. Oh, wow, it wasn't that bad. And the bigger ones, like, oh no, you're working your way up to it. Like when I first got into public speaking, I went and just introduced myself. Boom, done, easy. Hey, I'm Michael. I came here to improve my public speaking skills. I went to a real estate meeting. I couldn't get in front of the room and introduce myself. It wasn't like this at all. It was like, hi, I'm Michael. Extremely nervous. I went to a real estate meeting and planned to speak, but I couldn't, so I'm here to improve my public speaking skills. And I quickly hand the microphone away and just rush to my chair. Oh my goodness, I could not be more relieved to sit down. But that was progress. Just introducing myself. All right, next time I'm gonna go up and say a few more things. Next time I'm gonna do more. And then I started giving speeches. Then I started speaking 5-7 times a week. Like, this is how it starts. But it starts with just focusing on that right there. Wherever you're at right now, just push yourself a little bit more. Just a little bit today. Take one small step today. Introduce yourself to someone new. Go talk to a server at the restaurant that you wouldn't normally talk to. Like, get comfortable with being in that place of like, hey, I don't know this person, but we're gonna talk. And just see where it goes. Like literally there's nothing bad that can come from it. Like you're only gonna grow, you're only gonna learn. Even if you fall flat on your face, even if you get rejected, you're going to learn, you're going to grow because you had that experience. Value the experience more than your ego. Number 3, change your mindset. Fear means growth. Fear is a sign of growth, not a reason to stop. Stop seeing fear as a stop sign. See it as proof you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Here's the thing. There's no comfort in the growth zone. If you want to grow, you're not going to be comfortable. It's going to be fearful. It's going to be painful. It's going to be a struggle. It's going to be difficult. But that's the only way that you grow. And there's no growth in the comfort zone. So just know that. If you're not feeling that fear, if it's not uncomfortable, you're not growing. Every successful person has felt fear, but they acted anyway. You may look at someone like Tony Robbins. You may think, oh, he doesn't get nervous to go on stage anymore. He may not get nervous, but he still has a slight bit of fear, a slight bit of nervousness, slight bit of like, oh no, well, what can happen in this one? It's a muscle. If you train it over and over again, it's going to be normal to you now. Public speaking to me is normal to me now. I don't get nearly as nervous as when I first started, but it's because I had to go through that. And as I went through that, I developed the resiliency. I developed the strength built up to where now I won't get as fearful unless I'm maybe in a room with 500 people. Okay, it's a muscle. Now, what separates winners from the losers? Action despite fear. They act despite the fear. They're going to feel the fear. They're feeling the same fear that the other person has. But they're going to act because of it. They're going to act anyways. It doesn't matter. They have a higher image in their mind that they want to attain. And the fear is of a lower surface. Now, number 4, take immediate action. Fear thrives on hesitation. Fear thrives on hesitation. Action cures fear. Fear grows when you wait. I'm going to say that again. Fear grows when you wait. If I told you right now, hey, go up right now and go introduce yourself to that person. All right, I'm here right now. You just told me what to do. I'm going to do it. If I told you, all right, go and introduce yourself to that person, but you're going to wait a week. you're not going to do it for a week. You're going to see them every single day. You're not going to say anything to them, not going to look at them, not going to make any gestures toward them, but you're going to have to introduce yourself to them in a week. Now you got time. Now your mind's going to go crazy. Damn. This has happened to me when I went skydiving. I decided I'm going to go skydiving. Boom. And then I was like, I bought the ticket and I'm like, oh no, this means I have to do it now. Then I was like, well, I could set it out for like 2 weeks, but then I was like, no, I need to go like this week. Because the longer that I wait, the more fearful I'm going to be, the harder it's going to be. So I need to go in like the next 4 days. So I set it for 4 days later. And then all the thoughts started coming to me. The next day, I was now 3 days away. All the thoughts came to me. Boom. Oh no, what's going to happen? Oh no. Oh, what's it going to be like when I'm up there? How am I going to jump out? Like, this is crazy. All these thoughts had to come to my head, but I had to overcome them. And that's the point. Those thoughts are going to come. But you just have to overcome them by stepping through them. Understand that they have to come because you've actually decided to do something that you fear. Those thoughts have to come. So they're going to come. Allow them to pass. Don't resonate with them. Don't engage in them. Let them pass through. They have to come. Remember that. Now, the moment you take action, fear starts to fade. Because as you're in it, now you're in it. You can't think of all these different scenarios. It's here. It's in your present moment. You're right in it. You can't think much further than what's taking place. Because you can't imagine anymore. You're in it. It's right here. Now, confidence is built by doing, not thinking. I can talk about all different kinds of things, but until you take the advice that I'm giving you and go and introduce yourself to someone new today, you're not going to step through that fear. You have to start stepping through that fear. You have to start getting comfortable with stepping through that fear. Let go of yourself. We get so caught up in our ego and our identity and our pride. Dude, value your personal development and growth. Value the evolution of your spirit greater than your ego, greater than how people perceive you. It's not about them. This is about you and your growth. Number 5, accept that fear will never disappear. It'll never fully disappear. Like I said, I can go and speak in front of a room and I'm fine. But say you put 500 people in that room, I may feel a little bit more fear. But it's not going to stop me. And I know that that's the level up that I need and I want. So I'm going to step through that. Fear never fully goes away. You just become stronger. You're only getting stronger. Like, I can go stand in front of a room in front of 20 people and be fine. Someone else can't. That was me at one point. But I just developed the strength from doing it over and over again to realizing, damn, this actually isn't that crazy. Dude, a lot of people are doing this. Like, what? I was holding myself back because all of these thoughts in my own head. Until I stepped out and did it, I didn't realize how easy it was or how not crazy that it was. The goal isn't to be fearless. Like, you're not gonna get to a point where you're like, yeah, I'm fearless. Because here's the thing, if you're fearless, you're not growing. You're not stepping out of your comfort zone. So the goal is not to be fearless. The goal is to act with the fear. If you're going for something that you don't currently have or you aren't at a certain level right now, and it's at a higher level, it's going to come with fear. Straight up. And know that. That's a good thing. Because as you know that, you're going to be able to step through it because now you know. So understand that anything that you fear, it's going to be your level up. Like, the thing that you fear the most, the thing that you're avoiding the most, is what's going to be the biggest level up for you. Now, here's what I want to share with you that's going to get you to overcome fear at the moment. Now, fear is just a test for you to grow or stay the same. That's all it is. If you step into that fear, you're going to grow. If you back away from it, you're going to stay the same. Make a choice. Now, the strongest men don't operate out of fear. They operate out of faith. Fear is believing in something that hasn't happened in a worst case scenario. Faith is believing in something that hasn't happened and is a best case scenario. So if they both require that you believe in something you can't see, you might as well choose faith. Now, these are the 5 steps to overcome fear. Now, take action today.